Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Here's this fine specimen over here, man. She's been rocking on the radio for a minute. Yeah. And she has to be one of the toughest people in the game right now because she's been through it, but she's sticking to it. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the one, the only, Iggy Azalea!
Hey, thanks for having me.
Welcome.
It's good to be here.
Like, I think this is the first time you physically came up in the building.
I know. It's the first time you've invited me.
No. That's not true.
Yes.
That's not true.
Well, I never declined the invitation. I'll let you know that right now.
You know that that fancy record blew up and all of a sudden we didn't see Iggy Azalea no more.
I know, but, you know, I did my radio tour before it blew up. Then once it blew up, I had already been around the block, but I'm back again now.
Here's the cool thing. Like, one thing, like, that I saw you do back in the days, and I was like, you know what? I rock with Iggy Azalea. It was maybe 4 years ago, A3C. Then you went to go pick up your passes. And you were just walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people would have had a car come pick them up. But, like, and that hill where A3C was at the time over there by Masquerade, that was a steep-ass hill. Your calf game got to be on point.
But I used to live in Atlanta and I used to go to AC3 myself as just like well, I still am a normal person, but you know what I mean? So I just, some things you just still want to be able to enjoy.
You can't do that now.
No, I probably couldn't do it now, but I could then, so you gotta like push it to the limit till you can't anymore.
Can you put like a date and time stamp on the last day everything was kind of normal for you?
Probably like sometime in the middle of 2000, maybe after like end of 2014 and started to get a bit wild. Once you have like paps outside of your house living there, then you're like, okay. Now it's not normal.
Like, is there like a law? Like, can you like, I don't know, stick a gun out the window and just like kind of shoot BBs at them? Like,
I've thought about it.
Well, yeah, I would if they was on my property. Okay. No trespassing.
Yeah,
but you know what?
They can be on the curb, unfortunately.
Yes. Yeah. Now, speaking of paps, do you like social media, Iggy?
You know, I always say I like the social, but I don't like the media. I really like talking to my fans, and I like seeing all the memes and just like all the fun stuff that you see on social media and having a laugh, as well as connecting with fans. It's not just all about business or seeing what record they like. I like to enjoy it just as much as anybody else does, but I could do without the blog like element of it all, of course.
We all could.
Yeah.
Now, as a person who like, you know, spends a considerable time on social media, do you feel like at the level that you're at, it leaves you a little too exposed sometimes?
You know, it's funny because we have like all of these giant stars like the Beyoncés or like Mariahs of the world that don't interact with social media the same way. And so I think we think like, well, we look at them and think, to be a star involves not maybe interacting in maybe the way that I do on social media, but you have to understand like there's another generation of people, my generation, and also artists that are even younger than me that have grown up using social media and interacting with it in a different way. And so I think maybe like future superstars, maybe they will be just a mess on social media. Maybe they'll be like me. Maybe they won't have that like ability to be as disconnected, and I don't say disconnected in a bad way because I like the mystique, but I think that those are kind of like artists that have been introduced to it and said, do I want to partake or not, whereas younger generations kind of grow up with it like it's television, and it's hard to remove yourself sometimes.
Got you.
So I will be a mess. Yes. Forever.
Sometimes it's cool to have that transparency and see that sort of thing play out. Like, I wish like Michael Jackson was alive in a time of Twitter and Instagram, just so you could see what.
I don't think he
wouldn't do it. That was the whole thing about them, the mystique of them not reaching out. Like, they were untouchable.
But
that was that generation.
I just think the weird thing is they didn't have it accessible, so they didn't really embrace it.
They could have wrote letters to people. They could have made it work if they wanted to really reach out to their fans.
It's difficult, I think, because, you know, the accessibility has changed, but it's changed as well for the media with cell phones, being able to record. And so, you know, a fan's ability to reach out or my ability to reach out to them has changed, but also the media's ability to get more information has also kind of like changed in a major way too. So I think there's more to like want to clarify than maybe there was in the past. But I never lived in the past.